Hello and welcome back to another episode of SlackerCraft. Alright, so I have made some progress between the last episode and this episode. The focus of this episode is going to be farms and storage, and we'll have a little treat at the end dealing with a map. Okay, but I've been working on building up some farms. You can see a couple of them behind me now. And then I have also been working on some storage, which you can see behind me this way. So normally what I do is I have all my storage is in one central area. I decided this time to kind of spread my storage out a little bit. So as you saw before, this was the enchanting area. Over there was the bottle brewing area. And then if I go this way, this part of the base is going to be the redstone area. Okay. And so as you can see, ran out of glow squid ink. I'll need to get some more. Probably have to build a farm for that at some point. But this is where I'm going to organize all my redstone materials. And then over here, let me put on my gear before it gets dark, just in case. Okay. Over here, this is where we're going to store the wood. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to thematically, with my base, store the wood here. And I'm going to kind of use this area here to build some wood farms. Okay. And so this is going to be where I farm for the wood. And thematically, this is kind of where it gets stored. Over here, this is where I'm going to store my stone. And so we're going to have the stone, the diorite, the andesite, all that good stuff is going to be stored over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this opening and this opening. I'm going to decorate it up to make it look like it's an actual mine shaft that kind of goes down to a mining operation. And then I'm going to kind of store some of the different ores that we collect in this area. So a little bit of work needs to be done, but that's kind of what I'm doing with a lot of my storage is I'm kind of using it to kind of section off different little areas to kind of theme how I'm going to build this base. All right. And so, you know, the redstone and so on. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and sleep, because we don't want to have any creepers or anything come up behind us, because unfortunately I'm still haven't gotten around to mob proofing the base yet, other than what's inside the fence here. So over here, this area is going to be kind of like the livestock area. So you've seen the cow crusher already. I'm going to turn this into a piece of barn that is connected to a part that goes over here. This is where my sheep is. All right, and so my sheep are all stored here. This is going to be like my my wool farm. Okay, so I got all the sheep in there. I got shears in there going. And so I kind of already built this area up, and as you can see, we're already getting some wool stored up. So that is nice. All right. So we already got this part going, and then we're going to have this be a large barn here. And then coming off this side of the barn is where the pigs are, and of course the chickens. This is your standard chicken farm where they lay the eggs, spit out the eggs, the chickens, you know, grow up, and they give you cooked chicken, all that good stuff. Okay. The pigs right now are just kind of in a pen, and they're probably going to stay that way because I'm not really going to do anything to farm the pigs. I don't really need anything to give me. The only thing I'd really get from the pigs is food. But I'm already going to get that from the chickens and, of course, the cows when I try to get my leather. So the pigs are just there for show, for the theme. And then down here, we have the bees. All right, so we finally got our little bee farm set up. These four bee nests are going to focus on honey. So when they get filled up, they'll use bottles to get me honey. Those four over there are going to use shears to give me the honey, the raw honey, so I can make honey blocks and such. All right, and use it to wax the copper. Right now, it has not been decorated yet. I got the bees set up, but I'm going to come back and I'm going to kind of decorate this so it kind of looks like it's like inset in this little hill. And of course, this is just my little access area that if I need to get in there and access the bees, and of course the redstone, your standard bee farm redstone stuff that if you look anywhere on YouTube, you would see that. All right. So these are the some of the farms that we've built here and kind of how we're theming everything, where we're storing everything. Over in the distance there, we have a real basic sugarcane farm. It's kind of small because we already kind of have most of our books set up. So we're not really going to need too much sugarcane other than to get some rockets, which I probably am going to need some more. So I should probably grab some sugarcane now while I'm here. Okay. I haven't built a melon or pumpkin farm yet. It's not going to be that big because it's just going to be used to get emeralds, which we already have a way of getting a bunch. So we'll just do it just to have it. And of course, I don't really have a bamboo farm set up yet, but those things are going to kind of be built in this area. This is going to be kind of the crop area for our farming. All right, so I need to come up here to my mob farm. I need to get some gunpowder. There we go. Okay. So, as you can see, we made some progress on where some storage is going to go. I haven't quite put everything away yet. We've made some progress on, you know, what our farm's going to do. As you can see, my storage here is a complete disaster, but that is okay. Okay, we're working on it. We're getting there. Okay. Now, so these are the different farms that we've managed to build in the overworld. So, what we want to do is have some farms in the nether. There's a couple farms we're going to go for. One farm, of course, is going to be a gold farm, which we need to build yet. And that's going to be kind of our first time lapse we're going to do in this video is the gold farm. And it's not going to be the whole thing. And it's not going to be third-person view. I decided to do just a first-person view, or I'm going to do a first-person view of just like the first layer, just to kind of give you a feel for it. So it's pretty quick. But we'll have a gold farm. And then at some point in time after we do that, we're going to build a piglin trading farm. This is going to be the first time I've actually built a gold farm, so that will be interesting. And then I've never built a piglin farm for real, so I've basically trapped piglins in a hole, thrown gold at them, and let them go. But I haven't actually built a farm for them. So we'll actually accomplish that at some point in time. Now, in order to do some of that, I did build a real basic blaze farm. Nothing fancy, no pistons. Basically just like using slabs and some open spaces. You have to go around and kill all of them yourself. But, you know, nothing serious. Maybe if I do a real farm, I might show that. But otherwise, we kind of have a makeshift blaze farm set up. I do want to do a wither farm at some point. Because I'm going to need more than one beacon. This beacon doesn't reach my whole base. So I'm definitely going to want to get some more beacons. I wasn't sure how many I wanted, but we definitely want more than one. So, what we're going to do now is eat. And then we are going to jump into the nether, and then we are going to build ourselves a gold farm. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin around real fast. Let's see how this looks. And then we will see you after the farm is built. Gone. right. Our farm is built. Pretty standard gold farm. We have the magma blocks for where the zombie piglins will spawn. They will run to the turtle eggs that are in the middle, and then they will fall down onto the killing platform. The glass blocks, of course, are to prevent any gas from spawning, and of course, down here is where our storage will go. All right, and then we got some slabs on top of this just to make sure nothing spawns. So let's go ahead and we'll climb. Nope, we'll fly. I'll show you how bad my flying skills are. Just so you can see, this is my AFK platform, which is right there. Okay, so we come up here, and this is where we AFK, and unfortunately you're not going to be able to see much of anything as we are in the nether, but hopefully if I'm up here just a little bit, we can get some to spawn, and then we'll drop down and see what happens. Hopefully we got some. There we go. Yep, we got some zombie piglins spawning, and there they go, falling, oops, onto the platform. Alright, so pretty standard gold farm. Alright, nice and small. I don't need to have anything too big because we're just doing this just to get enough gold to trade with the piglins to be able to get some like blackstone. I'm tired of going and trying to tear down a bastion by hand. It's a bit of a pain. It takes a while. I'd rather just go and dump a whole bunch of gold after I AFK here for the night and just let the farm do that to gather that for me. And of course, you know, the other cool stuff that we get from the farm. There's lots of good stuff. All right, so we actually have a pathway down through the what is this again? Bedrock. Yes, there we go. Okay, but we do have a portal. So this portal actually will take us on top of the base. So we have a portal up here that goes back and forth between the roof. And then, of course, we have our portal down here that connects to a portal that is lower in the nether. That way we want to go down there and get access to the nether fortresses and stuff. All right. So, as I said, this kind of beginning part was to focus on some of the progress we made as far as farms and storage. So we're getting there. All right. So, the next part I want to do is sleep, because we are going to, let's see here, we're going to need to get, let's see here, let's go ahead and fill up some stuff here, make sure we're full on everything. We decided to buy a Woodland Explorer map. All right, so hopefully that takes us to one of those Woodland Mansions. All right, we're going to see how far this is. So I'm not sure how this is going to work, but let's go ahead and look at the map first. All right, so it's a small dot. All right, so which way? I'm northwest. And based on this dot, we need to go northwest to head toward this map. And our dot's pretty small, so I'm afraid that this may be something that takes a while. So remember, our base is roughly negative 3,000 and 0, or negative 2,800 0, roughly something like that. If we get that close back to those coordinates, we're close to our base. We know where we're at. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another time lapse of me flying out to this, because that might take a while and that might be boring. But we do have our ender chest. We actually have 2 for some reason, but that's okay in case we lose one. With some shulkers empty. That way we can collect some goods along the way. So if we find any goodies, we'll raid any stuff, and that is going to be the plan. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into that time lapse. As you can see in the video, in the time lapse, things did not go as planned. It started off well. We ran across some stuff on the way there and gathered some bells, gathered some items, picked up some stuff as we went. But I forgot to put, well, I didn't quite forget. I thought I'd be better with my wings on than a chest piece as I was in there. And as you can see, that was a mistake. Those Vindicators hit hard because the game setting is on hard. Took off a lot of health, and we had an incident. All right. So, well, I decided to pout a little bit about it. I was a little upset because that was a good distance we traveled. So, Eventually got back and did what we need, but I decided not to record it because, well, that was just yeah, I was grumpy. So got back there, got our stuff, just kind of looked around a little bit. We might go back again and fully explore the mansion because I thought there was like a treasure room or something. I thought there was supposed to be something special in them. We'll go back once we have some like health potions. I'll actually put on my armor, so I'll probably venture back there again to check it out at some point in time. But the nice thing is we did come across an ocean temple on the way that wasn't too far out there. And then we saw an ice spikes um, biome out there, which will be nice if I want to go ahead and snag some ice. Although we do have some ice floating around in the ocean over there. It's not too bad. We're going to have to do that farm away from our base at some point in time. All right. I did get around to remaking a bow. The bow I was using wasn't fully enchanted, so I decided to beef up the bow a little bit to get a little bit better. I got to repair some gear as I've had some issues. All right. I don't know where lime glass even came from. Anyway. Alright, well, at least I still have the map. I can always get back there easily. I should have wrote down the coordinates. But, yeah, that was fun. No, it wasn't. That was annoying. Alright, but anyway, I believe that is going to conclude our episode. So you got to see some farms and some plant storage on the base. You got to see my failed attempt at going into a woodland mansion. So, yeah, overall, I think it was a good experience. All right. And so we will see you in the next one and have a wonderful day.